right there. Something like that. Should be able to see the pit. Wait a little while. Where you can feel the warmth behind the cooker here.
I just don't know how to share it.
All right, so we're live, and I don't even know if I'll have that many people on because it's been a while since I put out a video. Been a while since I've gone live. Not sure how many. Hey, what's good, man? Look, man, there's 2 people in here already. So, hey guys, how y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Thanks for joining in. We already got 10 people in here, about 40 seconds in. It's good to see y'all again. I know it's been a while. What's good? Man, I wish I had my computer, Bob, so I could kind of see who's saying what. Got Milo, PL, got Moms in here, Chris, Gerald, Eric. What's good, guys? So check it out, man. We are hanging out. I'm going to go live here maybe about, I don't know, what do you think, 30 minutes, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Bob's behind the scenes. I don't know if I can flip this camera real quick. There's Bob. Hey, Bob, say what's up.
Hello.
There you go. Bob's back there in our makeshift little studio in my garage right now. He's editing some of our hooked up and backlashed fishing videos that we got going on. There you are. If you see anything on hooked up and backlashed right there, that's Bobby logged in. So he's doing some editing. There you go. They saying what's up, Bob. So anyway, guys, it's good to see y'all. Good to hear from you guys. I know it's been a while since I've posted any video online.
We got an Xavier just tested positive.
What's that?
We got an Xavier Rangos who's not doing so well. Just got released from the hospital.
Oh man, Xavier, get better, man. Speaking of that, it's been crazy times, guys, and it's kind of seems like it's getting a little worse. So that's why Bobby's way over there and I'm way over here. And when we get close to each other, we're wearing our masks and stuff. And it does feel weird. I don't know. I'm not trying to make it all crazy and show you what's right and what's wrong. I'm not trying to get all philosophical, but you know, crazy times, man. Y'all please get well. Please take care of each other. This year's almost over. Let's just hope the new year has some really positive vibes for all of us, man. But check it out, man. I'm super excited. Got my little Dos Equis as usual, guys. Gonna pop it. We're gonna drink a beer together. So hopefully you guys are having a good time. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, and so let me just kind of give you an update of what's going on. You know, been pretty crazy busy with work. Now I'm on vacation, so now I'm knocking out some videos that I really have been wanting to do. Brian doing a pork butt, yes sir. 6 hours into it.
Yep.
Texas style, right on, man. So right now, just so you know what's going on behind me, I'm making a video for YouTube, obviously, but it's something that a lot of you guys have been asking me about. A lot of questions, always getting these questions online. And interrupt me. Bob's going to interrupt me if y'all have questions or something that I need to know about.
Shout out to Milo, his mom, Pasha.
Shout out. Hopefully everyone gets better, guys. Man, that was a long one. I couldn't read that one. Stay well, stay safe. You know, good vibes to everybody out there. But the video that I'm recording behind right now we're just on a waiting, like just a waiting period right now. We are doing IVS versus offset smoker with prime briskets. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've been getting tons of questions about which one's better, IVS or the smoker offset. And is there a difference? Is there a difference in taste? Is there a difference in times that it takes to cook? Easy to maintain, easier to cook, all of that stuff. And now I've cooked tons of briskets on each one. I've cooked briskets on the offset, and I've cooked briskets on the IVS. And I've got my, I don't know what you call it, like preconceived notions already based off of my experience with them both. But I never did both of them at the same time. So I'm pretty excited to kind of see what are the results. And I'm already having some, not issues, but just things that have come to light. Like, wow, I didn't even notice that, right? Because typically the IVS is a set it and forget it, right? And this smoker, offset smoker, you got to keep putting them logs on. I'm sitting right next to it right now. You can feel the warmth right here. Nice and warm. Let me have a drink. Cheers, everybody. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas or whatever y'all celebrate. I hope you had a good time. Cheers, Bobby. Right on, Milo. So, again, guys, thank y'all for joining in, man. This is awesome. I thought maybe y'all guys were like, nah, this dude hasn't been around for a while. What time is it in the States? What is it right now, Bob?
It is about to be 6:30.
About to be 6:30,
Central.
and it's dark out here. Central time. Yeah, 6:30 Central time. But you can just leave that there, baby. I'll throw it away. You all right? Okay.
Trying to figure out what to make. I was gonna make spaghetti, although I don't really want them.
The wife's trying to figure out what to make for today because these briskets aren't going to be ready anytime soon. So, where's Milo in? Belgium?
Yep.
128. Hey, man, sorry for keeping you awake that late.
We got PO from Denmark.
Denmark? Man, we've got a far reach, Bob. This is super cool. Yeah, you should get some sleep there. But so, hey, guys, if y'all have questions, I know I haven't talked to y'all for a long time. If you've got questions about this particular cook, please let me know, and I'll try to address that in the video, or I'll try my best to find out that particular situation and add it to this video. So I'll be looking here online. You guys let me know if you got a question. Again, this is the large IVS insulated vertical smoker by Lone Star Grills, and we're going up against the offset, which is my 24 by 48 by 24. And I've got, we're cooking at both at 225 degrees.
How long are you cooking it for? They're asking.
As long as it takes, and that's the whole point of this cook, is to find out how long is it going to take. We have both briskets fat side up, and I did record this. What I did was I recorded it, and I took the weight on my scale. I have a digital scale, and then when I trimmed it, I weighed how much fat came off, right? So I weighed the fat, and lo and behold, both of them ended up being about 14-pound briskets, right around there. One's like a little less than 14, one's a little more than 14, but 14-pound briskets on each. So that should be pretty even, and both of them are going to be prime briskets, right? So what's that?
Are you using water?
Yes. So I'm using the water, but what I'm doing, and I'm using water in both actually. So I've got a tray on the smoker, on both smokers. I've got one of those like the turkey trays, and I filled them up with water, and I put that in there just to maintain moisture. Now with the IVS, what I did change was, so we would fill it up with water before. I think y'all have seen some videos where I filled up the water tray with water, and then you could use the ball valve at the end to let it all drain out. But for me, that was pretty messy, right? So what I did was I put the two trays in there, and I filled those up with water. So that way it's not all over the place, and the drippings will go in the trays. And all I have to do is empty out those trays instead of cleaning and drying out the actual inside of the chamber. So that's pretty good.
What type of fuel?
Fuel. Okay, so I love post oak wood. All right, I like cooking with that. And so in this one, we're using post oak wood logs, in the offset. In the IVS, I have post oak lump charcoal by B&B, and so I put those, stacked them throughout, and then I put chunks of wood. That's a long comment, but oh, okay, thanks, man. So I put wood. So what I did is I had those big logs of post oak, and I got my chainsaw and I cut them, boom, 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 and I cut them into about 4-inch pieces, and I stuck those throughout the lump coal. So the theory is, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but my theory is, as it burns down that snake pattern, if y'all have seen me cooking these IVSs before, you've seen that I do it like a snake pattern, right? There's like trays or T-plates that you put in there. So as it burns, it'll be lump coal, lump coal, lump coal, and then it'll start to burn some of that post oak, and then it'll go back lump coal. So hopefully that gives that aroma that puts off that smoke that we need. So that's the fuel that I'm using in the IVS. And in the offset, it's just straight up logs of post oak, and I've got like 3 or 4 bags of that. We'll see how long that lasts, and that's kind of the point of this cook also, is see how much fuel is consumed by each one. You know what I mean? So you guys can make your own informed decisions on what best fits you, right? So like You know, some of y'all like to be more versatile, so maybe the offset smoker is better for you because you got the grilling, you know, tray where you can put steaks right over the fire. You've got the skillet where you can put veggies or burgers, and then you've got the other grills where you can do like, you know, poppers or whatever. And then this guy over here is just going to be straight up smoking, right? Am I gonna let it cook overnight? You know it. What does it say? What's cracking? What dog fathers? What's good? Like, thanks guys for joining in. This is awesome. We're up to 33 people already up in here. We're doing good. Have you got the fire? Yes. So in the offset, who asked that question? Was it Chris? The fire management
Chris
basket.
Steiner.
Okay, Chris. Yes. I did get the fire management basket. Guys, if y'all haven't gotten this thing yet, and I don't know what kind of smokers that you guys are cooking on, um, but if you could fit those baskets, I think Lone Star Grills offers two different sizes. And whichever one you can get, if you can get it, I would highly suggest it. I've cooked with that a few times already. Oh, we'll see you, Milo. You be good, bud. So that we'll see you next time, man. Thanks for jumping in even for a little while here. So that basket is shaped like this, right? Like a trapezoid. It goes like this, and it's flat. Goes like this. Got a bunch of holes in the side all over, right? So it's got really good breathing. Plus, that metal is super thick. That thing's not going to rust out or mess up on you. I would say lifetime, but you know I could be wrong. But I don't see that thing messing up anytime soon. And the cool part about it is I put all of my like coals in the bottom, put the wood on top, and as it burns, it just consists. It burns really well. It doesn't like just burn one side or the other. And sometimes what I was doing was before I had the basket, I'd put the logs, right? So you have like a log like this, a log like this, and you maybe put some across. Well, as it burns, you know, the log kind of, you know, bends and warps and it would fall. So then you would have like wood around the base, but it wasn't together to keep that heat. So sometimes you would lose a lot more heat than you needed to. So with the fire management basket, since it does this, as it breaks apart, it crumbles to the middle, and then all the ash falls out the bottom onto your pit. So it's a super cool design. Like it's super simple, but I couldn't think of nothing like that, you know. So if you guys get a chance, try out fireworks. Try out that fire management basket. It's a really cool thing, and it's super heavy duty. All right, drink number 2. Cheers, guys. Mm. Also, I don't know if you can hear the drive in back of me, but I have the Fireboard 2 connected to the IVS, and I've got the fan drive connected to it. What's that? I have not looked at any Shirley. Honestly, I haven't looked at any more pits for a while, just because I have these two, and the wife will probably be like, "Hey, man, you don't need any more pits right now. You need to make these work." But I know the last thing that I was looking at was potentially a pellet smoker. Some people were telling me how pellet grills are really good, and I've never cooked on a pellet smoker. So if you guys have had experience with that, send me some suggestions, you know, of what y'all think are pretty good pellet smokers. You know, I've heard of Traeger and all that other stuff, but I kind of want to dabble in it because I've heard good things about it, you know, but I don't know if it's cheaters or not cheaters or anything like that. But no, I've never done a Shirley pit before, Kip. I've never done that before, so I'll look into that though. Let me look at my temperature. Which one needs it? 210. So real quick, guys, I'm gonna take a pause. Well, I'm not gonna pause the video, but you're gonna see me. I need to check the fire real quick on the offset. So if you don't mind,
Real quick,
stand by.
Vincent's asking, I don't know what I said, the price difference between these two.
Oh man, price difference between the two.
Basically, these are between IVS and offset and Lone Star Grills.
I think they're about the same, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think they're almost the same. Check out their website because you can add different customizations to it and stuff like that. You know, like this one's a competition cart with offset wheels, and this one was like almost, I think it was like 5,000 or something like that. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. I have to look back again, but pretty close in price, you know. But if I can get a price later on, I'll post it. If not, definitely look at the Lone Star Grillz website. But let me check this fire real quick. Y'all keep posting questions, and Bobby is going to let me know what's going on. What questions y'all got? Ugh. Anything there, Bob?
Just people suggesting different pellets.
Pellet grill. Thank y'all, man. Very cool. So right now it's what, 200 and what in here, Bob?
What?
Does it say the temp?
It's at 210.
Okay. So yeah, I wish I could reach my phone over here so y'all could see it. I think I'm gonna try it. Let me show you guys what I do here. If I lose connection, I'm sorry. I'm gonna unplug the power source because I really want to show y'all how this fire basket works, okay? All right. So let's flip this around. There we go. And let me put my glove on. And I'll try not to break my phone. Sorry guys about the making y'all sick. Okay. So check it out. Here's the fire basket. See that? See how the wood's nice and steady right there? And I've got my wood here on the side. So I'm gonna get this. We're gonna poke this, knock it down a little bit. See those coals? That looks really good. Here, let's take 10 seconds to listen. Oh yeah, that's nice. We're gonna stick that guy on there, just like that. So you see how all the coals are grouped up together and all the holes that this thing has, and then the ash falls to the bottom. Y'all see that? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get another piece of wood and I'm gonna put it right here so that can start drying out, because look how fast that wood caught. You see that? Catches really fast. So I gotta get this closed so it doesn't spike in temp real bad. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and put this back here. Sorry guys. I know it's kind of amateur night for me, right? Yes, this is store-bought post oak. I do not have a dealer yet that has been able to get me like a cord and then, you know, half a cord, all that stuff. Also because since I'm in a regular neighborhood, I don't have a place to put all that wood if I got a half a cord or anything like that. And the wife probably wouldn't be happy with me. So I do spend a little bit more money on buying store-bought wood. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab another log so I can put on the side. So let Bobby keep talking here.
Guy in San Antonio, named the post oak will deliver and stack.
Yeah.
What was the temp when you put that log on?
About
210.
I think it had dropped to about 210. 210, 215 ish, right around there.
What temp jump to after you put it in?
I gotta check. Do you have it on your phone, Bob? Fireboard by any chance?
I'm on it. No.
I'll check for you right now. Let me put this in. Let me check the tip. Okay. It's still reading 215. So it didn't jump. It didn't jump that high. So let me go ahead and sit back down. I think we're good. This guy's hitting at about 215 right now, a little low. I'd like it to go higher.
This marking says Lone Star Grillz has a pellet smoker.
It does already? I wasn't sure if they had released it yet. I know they were talking about it. Let me fix this camera, make myself look kind of cool. Anyway, so you saw right there. How long did that take me? 3-5 minutes, something like that. Pretty easy. So I put the fresh log, the store-bought log, on the left side, so that we can dry out in case there's any moisture or whatever. So it's drying out on the side, and then the main area, all the coals, and that fires up, and it's at about 215 right now, and it'll creep back up to 225, 230 in a little while.
Someone saying that, so it looks like adding a log doesn't make it jump 15 to 20 degrees, and then basically no, it's because you're warming it up in there. That's why it's not doing it.
I think so. Now, when I didn't put a log, just so I can tell you for sure that I've got from experience was when I would not put the logs in there prior to like heat them up or to like dry them out the way you just see I did. When I would just take it straight out of the bag and put it on top, my temperatures would actually drop. Um, I don't know if it's because of moisture or because it's cooler or I don't know, but it was like maybe like putting like a little miniature ice cube or something on top of your fire because I know the temperature would drop and it would take a lot longer for that log to actually catch. Um, all right, PL, thank you very much for joining in even for that little while, man. Get some sleep and hopefully I can get this video knocked out real soon for you. But anyway, when I put those logs on there, okay, woo, Chris gonna get himself one. Chris gonna get himself an LSG. I'm trying to read these comments, but I can't. I'm super far away. Okay. Anyway, I get distracted real easy, guys. Like I said, squirrel, and I start looking around. So what I did notice was when I put the log straight from the bag onto the fire, temperature drops. And when I've been doing it this way, it doesn't really drop. It will spike if I leave the door open too long because you saw how quick that fire or that log ignited, right? That log was on when you saw it, that log was ready to go. So if I would have left that door open too long, yeah, it would have got a lot hotter. And I've done that before when I'm making videos and I'm trying to show you like, hey, look at this, and whatever, it'll spike in temperature sometimes like to 230, 250 or something. But as long as you close it right away, you're fine. You'll be fine. You can keep it nice and level.
Do you notice a difference in smoke flavor between the store-bought wood and seasoned wood?
Honestly, no, I haven't noticed any difference. I've cooked with seasoned wood before. I don't have as much of it, or as it's not as readily available to me as I'd like it to be. But I'm using the store bought, the B&B one, the purple bag. I get it from HEB, and I've had really good experience with that. There was some other wood that I had bought before. It was another brand, and it wasn't in the purple net box. Net bag. It was like in a plastic harder bag. That one, yeah, it might have been from Academy. It was a little more expensive, and I really didn't like the way that one burned. That one to me burned a little dirtier. But right now, this B&B post oak wood burns pretty level for me.
Just an update, coloring done.
Bobby's letting me know coloring on our fishing videos done. So now you got to do a little sound pass, and we might be able to release that video here tonight or tomorrow. Using that kiln wood, does it burn pretty fast though? About one log an hour. If I got I put like about 15 minutes before I started the video, I put a log. No, about 20-30 minutes before I started this video is when I put that log. So it's about 45 minutes to an hour that I have to put another log in, and that's pretty much the way it's always been. I don't really notice a huge difference, and it could just be me. Maybe it's subconsciously, I don't know, but I haven't noticed that big of a difference. But like I said, then again, I don't usually cook with the seasoned wood because I don't have it as readily available. I've got some wood that my mom had got me a long time ago. I'm letting it sit for a while, but that's from her orange tree. So she had an old orange tree that they cut down, and I've got it just sitting, letting it season a little bit. It's been there probably about 4 months already, so I'm trying to just let it get nice and dry, and I might use that for something, but I don't know what orange is good for. Maybe some pork. I don't know. What do y'all think? Orange trees. What would y'all use that for? I got a big box of that I'd like to use. And it's pretty big logs. Like the trunk of it.
I think that's Jen in there.
Cheers, Jen. What's up, Jen? What's good? We got 41 people online. 21 minutes in. Again, this is the IVS versus the offset smoker. So if you have questions about it that you would like to let me do,
You ever drop onions in your coals for a burst of flavor?
I do. I don't do it all the time, but when I'm cooking, It's something about the onion, man. If you guys know that I don't know if it's just Mexican culture or whatever, but I knew growing up, it's the onion. So when you're cleaning your grill, I don't know if any of y'all done that before. You can have the dirtiest grill in the world, full of rust, full of whatever, man. Like 12 months worth of just no, I'm good. 12 months worth of nastiness. But if you get that little fork, that little fork, and you stick that half onion at the end of it, you just scrape it,
They're saying
sanitized.
how's the temperature recovery when opening in the door of this versus that? Well, obviously you don't open that
Oh, okay, yes. So somebody asked, how is the temperature recovery of IVS versus the offset?
when opening.
Good question, and that's when opening. That is a very good question. I don't ever open the IVS. I don't ever open it. Maybe once, But the IVS is supposed to be a set it and forget it. Um, so the fire pit on the IVS, never open it. It even has a lock on there, so you close it, you lock it, so there's no mistakenly popping open or anything like that. And the top door has a lock as well, so you don't accidentally open it. But I never open the IVS. I just let it go. Um, Maybe halfway through the cook or 3/4 of the way through the cook, I'll open it just to make sure I'm not charring it up for some reason. But other than that, I don't ever open it. Now you will see on this video, I open it. And the only reason I did that was because I checked the smoker over here, the offset. And I just wanted to give it like a fair shake, right? I opened that one. I better open that one just to show, hey, this is the temperature is going to drop or whatever. But when I opened this one, it was for maybe 15 seconds and temperature didn't drop. I just closed it up right away.
Have you loaded down your IVS full capacity?
I loaded it full capacity with ribs. With ribs. I think I've had four briskets in there at one time. Maybe 6 briskets because I know I did a few catering things. So um, it might have been 6 briskets. But as far as the ribs, I've done all the racks full of ribs, and it cooks evenly. Like
Have you noticed the cook time difference in temp variance in the Lone Star grills when running with water in it versus without water?
the
Have you
offset or
Have
the
you noticed either one? Have you noticed the cook time difference and temp variance when using water?
so the question is, have I noticed a cook time difference when I'm cooking with water versus without water?
Right.
I think so. I think I've run it a little hotter without the water in there. Um, and I don't really. So in the offset, just my experience, I said it's not right or wrong. It's whatever y'all guys like to do. But in my experience with this one, mostly I can go without water in the offset. I just run it. I cook whatever I'm going to cook, and that's it. But when I'm cooking the briskets, I like to put water in there, just maybe subconscious or whatever. I like to try to keep that moisture. Um, but I notice it will run like if I don't put water, I get more of a bark or I get more of a crunchy skin or something like that, for lack of better ways to describe it. So like if I put a brisket in there and I don't put a water pan, sometimes I'll get a little bit more of a crunchier bark, not crunchy, but just like crustier bark, versus that soft glazy bark that you like to get, especially like when you wrap it and stuff like that. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't know if I might have danced around it a little bit. But yes, the answer is yes. If without water, I feel like it's hotter. Anything else, Bob?
Keep cooking. Love your channel. Somebody else is George Martinez is also cooking briskets tonight.
Cool, man. Hey, so yeah, guys, I appreciate all the support. Like, there's up to 42 people right now. This is pretty insane. I just said, let me go live because I need to give these guys an update. Bobby's like, yeah, go live, connect your phone, let them know what you're doing. I have 2 other videos that I recorded. I just need to edit. And like I said, I was really busy at work for a while and I could not edit. Plus, on top of that, I needed to finish a fishing video that I, took forever to do too. So anyway, the other videos that I have one that's a turkey video because I did do a Thanksgiving one, but it's going to be like way later than Thanksgiving. But I show you how I do a turkey. And then I also have a pork belly one. And that one is very surprisingly good that I had never had pork belly before. So let's have another drink. Cheers, everybody. We are 30 minutes into this stream now. Cheers. Ah, there we go. That was pretty good. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh, pork belly. So I did a pork belly, guys. I don't know if y'all have done them before. My cousin did one before, and I liked it. And it basically tastes like a really juicy rib, just like chunks of rib meat. So I did one, and I used this rub called Meat Church. One of my buddies down in Corpus told me about it, and it's called the Holy Gospel. Dude, that is some good stuff, man. If y'all have never used Holy Gospel, try it out. I'm so glad he told me about it. Man, thank you so much for telling me about it. It was really good, and I tried it on some ribs, and it tasted really good too. So now you guys know I'm a Stubbs guy. I love Stubbs rub, but man, that Holy Gospel, I don't know. It's gonna give Stubbs a rub for his money. So
Try
yeah.
pork
What's
butt.
that? Oops.
We'll try pork butt.
Pork butt. Yeah. What's up, baby?
I've been waiting for you
Waiting for me?
to watch Soul.
Oh, okay. Well, I might have to cut this down early because the kiddos want to watch Soul. Just came out today, so I might have to watch some of that. Y'all can watch it on your own if you want to. Well, sorry, but you can watch it on your own if you want. If I'm taking too long. But anyway, we're still. I'll finish this up. We'll go about 5 more minutes on this stream here.
What's your number one offset failure that you've learned, and what would you like to share?
My number one offset. I think you've seen me in my videos before. Oh, let me have them. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold that thought. I'm gonna tell you about my offset failure, but first I need to bring in my buddy here. Did he have an injury or what? Let's take this. I think he's healed himself. Here you go. Thank you. Oh, sorry. This is my buddy. It's Grogu. He's gonna chill with me while we do this. Look, the beer matches him. Anyway, yes, guys. So if you got another firework, if you got any questions for Grogu, let him know. He'll answer your questions. But no, biggest failure. Okay. Now, is that the question on?
In here, the biggest. It says, "What is your number one LSG offset failure that you've learned from, and would you like to share?"
Okay. I've had quite a few failures that I've messed up with. One of them that I did not like. I had briskets where I cooked with water inside of the LSG, right? So what I mean by that is like actually pouring water in the chamber. I heard when I first bought it that you could put water in the bottom, and it's true, you can. It's very easy to do, but I had never cooked with that much water before, and so maybe you're distracting me. What are you doing? What do you want? Sorry. What do you want? Well, go inside, girl. You don't belong out here. My daughter's coming out here. Go get. Yeah. Anyway, so I had never cooked with that much water in the pit before, and so what I noticed when I cooked at a higher temperature, I noticed I was getting like little condensation, and I ruined the bark of my brisket. So like the brisket bark, instead of being a nice, I don't want to say, it's not crunchy, it's not burnt, but a solid bark, it was like mushy. And when I wrapped it, it was just really mushy. So it was just like I could get my finger like this and just do that, and the rub would come right off, and it never became a bark. So that was a failure right there, because that was a brisket that I just like, I spent a lot of money on, and then I ruined the bark, and that was bad. So I never cooked again a brisket with the water in the main chamber. Another failure, because I don't hide anything. I had a Wagyu. Brisket. Never cooked a Wagyu before. Okay. I think I spent 113, 115 bucks on this thing, man. My cousin lets me have it all the time. I'd always cook prime briskets or choice, right? Like high choice, whatever you call it. I got my first Wagyu, and I was like, all right, man. I was looking at it, I was like, man, that's a lot of fat all over this Wagyu. Put it on there, cooked it. That thing cooked fast, man. Like, sometimes we had briskets that would go 12 hours, 8 hours. This thing was like, I don't know, 6 hours or something. It was really, really quick. But, man, it was just like, It was super fatty inside. I didn't like it. And then I burnt the bottom of it, right? So I overcooked it. So that bottom part of that Wagyu was like leather,
You
dude.
could
It
like
was,
fillet it.
dude, yeah. I had to fillet it. Now we were able to save most of the brisket because you can use it as chop or whatever. But man, you think about it, $115 to $120 brisket, and you go to cut it and you slice, it's like you're going cool, and then like, oh, dude, looked at the bottom, burnt it. I had a hot spot. So yeah, definitely not perfect. I messed it up, and I did have to just fillet the bottom, throw that out. The rest of it did use as chop, but I just noticed, man, that Wagyu had a lot of fat in it, so I was just kind of like, not too sure about that.
Question.
Yes.
The gospel rub that you mentioned, what meats do you like it on?
Okay, so that gospel, Holy Gospel by Meat Church. Um, I tried it actually yesterday. We had some fajitas with it, but the first thing I tried it on was the pork meat. So it was ribs and pork belly, right? But the ribs, by far, were great with that rub on there. The Holy Gospel one. Meat Church has a whole bunch, man. I'd have to try them all. I wish I could just go get one of each and just try them. Um, but but that one for the ribs was awesome. And then yesterday I used it on some beef fajitas that we just kind of tenderized a little bit. Um, so I did one set of fajitas with Uncle Chris only, which is what I love. Once another slab of fajitas with Uncle Chris and a dusting of the Holy Gospel, and then another set of fajitas with all Holy Gospel. And I liked it. I thought it was really good. So on beef and pork, pork so far is my best, uh, but on those fajitas was really good.
What rub do you usually use on ribs?
What rub do I usually use on ribs was the question. Usually it's Stubbs rub, Stubbs barbecue rub. Um, and I don't ever put mustard or anything on there at the beginning. Usually it's the pork butt. We put mustard and then some Stubbs. But for the ribs, it's just Stubbs rub, man. And then take off the membrane, put the Stubbs on both sides, and then I let those cook. And then sometimes if I'm in a saucy mood, then I'll go over them with some KC Masterpiece when they're almost done, just so that KC Masterpiece can caramelize on there, and that's it. You pull them off, they're done, man. So I like that Stubbs. But now, Holy Gospel. I need to check by fire. It looks like it got a temperature drop there. So let me check it. I might have got to move that fire out the way. A log might have fell. Stand by. Whew. Just need to hit the coals a little bit. There we go. Still looks good. We're still good.
Somebody says they cooked the brisket for Christmas and the point finished way quicker than the flat. Does that ever happen to anybody, or do I need a better smoker? It was really cold outside.
Okay. Well, let me finish. What was I talking about right before that, though? Did I finish it?
Yeah, you finished it.
Okay. The rubs. Holy Gospel's really good. Try that too. Stubbs or Holy Gospel. Have I ever had a point finish before a flat?
Yeah.
Yes. So, I don't even know how to explain this one, Bob, but
Is this fire?
every brisket is different. That's one, right? And number two is depending on how your pit holds the heat or where the hot spots are on your pit, you kind of have to figure that out, right? So you'll notice if it's one side or the other side. If it's mostly on one side, you're gonna need to rotate your brisket every so often, like twist it. Like literally if the point's over here and flat's over here and it's really hot, after a few hours, rotate it. So that way this starts getting more heat and this is even it out. Luckily, on this pit here, it's pretty even. I've got those tuning plates in there, so I don't have to really worry about it because all the temp comes through 225. It doesn't vary. It's a pretty big pit, so it's pretty much all solid. And then the IVS behind me, the whole thing is one temperature, so that's it. But yeah, if you're having an issue with burning on one side or the other, try to identify where those hot spots are and rotate your briskets, and that should help you out without having to go buy a super expensive brisket, because you can cook briskets on the little barrel pits and stuff like that, and you'll still be fine, just like my cousin does all the time. So just you, the only thing is you have to monitor it a lot more, a lot closer. Like here I'm talking and checking the fire every so often, and I'm getting the notifications on my Fireboard 2, or this one has Fireboard 1, this one has my Fireboard 2, but they're all connected to the Fireboard app. So if you guys have never used Fireboard, I suggest that, man. Fireboard is really cool. I literally see the drop down, boom, and it tells me, oh, your temperature is at blah blah blah. Check your pit. Pretty cool stuff.
What offset are you cooking with?
Okay, who was that asked?
Man versus food.
Yo, what's going on, man versus food? The offset that I'm cooking with is a Lone Star Grillz. Okay, it's a Lone Star Grillz 24 by 48 by 24. That means 24-inch firebox, half-inch thick metal, 48-inch main chamber, and then a 24-inch vertical stack. So it's 24, and I think it was up 36 or something like that. So it's a pretty big pit. All of it's a 1/4 inch steel, except for the firebox, which is a 1/2 inch.
Don Gill asks, you run a fan on your IVS?
Yes. So I never did before. I just got the fan drive from Fireboard maybe a couple cooks ago, maybe like 2 months ago, something like that. And before it was just the ball valve control, and I would have a fan outside, like my own personal fan. I would just be blowing air into the ball valve, and I'd run that fan all night. But now that I have the Fireboard drive, all I do is just connect it to the Fireboard, set the temperature 225, 230. Once that thing starts getting up to temp, the fan goes on when it needs to, turns off when it doesn't, and when it's not needed.
Which Fireboard do you like best, 1 or 2? And how are you liking the Fireboard 2? Have you encountered any problems?
Okay. So, sorry, neighbor's coming home. So far, I will say I do like the Fireboard 2 better. It's new, so maybe that's why I like it more. Fireboard 1 was absolutely awesome. I had no problems other than the probes breaking, but that was my fault because I'm like, boom, I was smashing those probes, right? Smashing the wire. But other than that, never had a problem with it. Never lost signals or anything like that. Fireboard 2, it's heavier duty. That thing's made a lot heavier. I don't know what's inside of it or what. It's got the drive built into, so I got the drive with it. So I just plug it in, tie it into my IVS, and it's got all the channels. It's got a bigger display, so it just looks cooler to me. But I feel that it works really, really good. I haven't had any issues with it. And the cool thing is, I like that I could use the Fireboard 2 and the Fireboard 1 at the same time. Literally, I got both pits right now on my app, on my phone, so I can just see everything on the phone. So, pretty cool. Anything else? Any questions for Grogu? So, anyway, I think that's almost it.
Small Town Barbecue. I'm looking at you right now behind you through my house window.
There you go, Small Town Barbecue. Give me your fingers up. It's the same neighborhood as me. But yeah, guys, I have a blast doing this stuff, and like I said, I appreciate y'all joining in. If you do have questions about this cook, like I said, it's going to be IVS versus offset, and most of the questions have, what I understand the questions, because you guys are potentially going to be making a huge investment, right? Like thousands of dollars for these pits. So you don't want to buy one that, you might not like, so, or it might not fit with you. So far I've noticed IVS, set it and forget it. I haven't even gone and checked that this whole time we've been talking. It's at temp, it's fine. But it's meant for smoking. This guy over here, what does it say? Offset gonna be better wood flavor. And that's the whole point. We're gonna find out. This guy over here, I've had to check over and over and over, and I'm gonna be having to check throughout the night. I'm not gonna get any sleep with this guy. This guy back here, you can get some sleep, right? But other than that, man, we'll find out. Is the flavor profile different? Is the smoke ring better? The cook time, is it different? All that stuff. I'll be able to answer that for you. And I'm not going to tell you which was necessarily better than the other. I'm just going to tell you what it has. And then y'all guys can make a decision on what's better for you. Do you like to cook burgers on a skillet, you know, steaks, ribeye steaks over the fire, stuff like that. Well, then the offset's going to be meant for you. Or do you just want to cater just big, you know, bunch of barbecue, bunch of ribs, bunch of briskets at one shot, set it and forget it? Well, then the IVS is for you. But as far as taste, we're gonna figure that out. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have everything ready to go, and I'll cut, taste it. I'll do the video and see how fast I can get that video out to you guys so y'all can know what's going on.
Have you thought about getting a Santa Maria from Lone Star Grillz?
Mm, yes, those Santa Marias. I don't know. Have you seen those, Bob?
No.
Those things are awesome. It's just like a, I don't know if it's like Brazilian cooking or whatever, but it's got flame and you got the little crank and it lowers the
Okay.
meat down or raises the meat up.
Yeah.
Those things are badass. I would love to get one of those things, man, but I don't know what I would necessarily use that for. Like will it replace one of these things? You know, I've never personally used one before, but they look awesome. So the pits that I want to try, of course, Santa Maria is one, but the pellet smoker I want to try out, and I also want to try an egg. I've never done the ceramic before, and I kind of want to see how those go. But I'm satisfied with these. If I don't get another pit, I'm perfectly cool with these guys right here. And I don't think you guys are going to go wrong if you decide to pull the trigger on one of these guys here and get one. So,
Estimate about how much longer on the cook.
ooh, oh man, Does it say what the temp is on the internal temp on those briskets are? I'm thinking not done till tomorrow. I put these on late today. I think they went on about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm looking at in the morning sometime, like 4, 5 in the morning, something like that. Maybe a 12-hour cook. It was a 14-pound brisket. So Bobby's looking up right now on the fireboard.
Offset flat about 161.
Okay.
Offset point about 138.
So 161 and 138 is where we're at right now on the offset.
IVS, you're at 122 on the flat and about 111 on the point.
So 122 and 111 over here on the IVS. Now, like I said, I had a little bit of issue trying to get this guy up to temp today. Murphy's Law said, you know what? You're doing a competition. I'm not coming up to temp for you. So I don't know what happened, but it took a while for this guy to get up to temp. And this guy, I did start first. So, this one's going to finish first on this side. I'm pretty sure, unless this thing just has an awesome comeback. But anyway.
They're just saying on the Santa Maria, chicken ribs are really good on it.
On the Santa Maria?
Yeah.
And we're done here. Yeah, the Santa Maria looks really good because it looks like it flame kisses everything. And I don't know if you do a rotisserie on it or what, but it looks really cool with some higher heat stuff. Anything else?
O'Banion's Smoke Wagon says that he taking my rig to Chris's, putting a tandem trailer with a Santa Maria and 2 burners for crawfish.
Dang, man, that dude's. I'd like to see. Hey guys, if y'all haven't done so already, please follow me on Facebook. Instagram, I'm posting, but for whatever reason, I've been having some problems with Instagram. But follow me on Facebook, and if you got these cool, trailers or rigs or whatever, feel free to post them up on my website. I mean, on the Facebook page. I'd love to see, what y'all have and what y'all do. I like to interact with you guys. I met 90 West Barbecue, owner of 90 West Barbecue here in San Antonio as well. That dude was awesome. He showed me so much stuff that he does and his people and his contacts. And man, I'm just grateful to all of you guys that helped me out, because like I said, I'm not a pro. I don't even act like a pro. I'm just sitting here with Grogu, chilling out, having a beer and telling you the truth. I've definitely messed up tons of briskets and and food before, you know what I mean? But but the reason that people tend to like the way I cook and I love the way I cook is because it's the pits, man. They make me look better than what I really am. I just, like I said, got to maintain the temp, put it on there, and hopefully when my cousin comes over, he can manage the fireboxes for me and I get a nap and these things come out great, But yeah, man, I appreciate everything that y'all have done. Like I said, 90 West, that guy hooked me up today. I didn't have any trays, so he hooked me up with some trays yesterday so I could cook, because all the stores were closed, man. And so it's good to meet you guys out there. It's good to talk to you guys and kind of have those contacts that you could reach out to, Like I said, I'm looking for what do you call it? Cutting board. I want to do an awesome cutting board that's like made out of wood and like cut out of a tree or something like that. And I need to find contacts for that too, but I can't break my bank because the wife would be really mad. But anyway, so let's see. Anything else? We're all done? How's it look? All right. Hey guys, so we are 50 minutes right on the dot into the stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Was that, man, all these things came up all of a sudden. I can't. Cow tongue? Man, some lengua? I don't know. I've never had lengua, but man, it sounds good. Barbacoa. Bobby's back there like, no lengua. What's it say? I got mad at my last pit and what?
And quit cooking until my LSG came in.
Do you know the best part? I think if y'all, whoever has the LSGs out there, like it if you have an LSG, by the way. The best part is when they finally give you the email that says, your pit is being fabricated and you have so much time. And then the other one is, it's on its way and you're just like, yes, can't wait, So that's the best part of it, man. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sitting down with me and Grogu here, my cousin Bobby. Thank you, Bobby, back there. And
check out our other channel.
Yeah, check out our other channel, Hooked Up and Backlashed. It's kind of got a weird title, Hooked Up and Backlash Fishing. The whole purpose behind that is Bobby usually hooks up into fish, and I'm usually one backlashed and missing all the fish and all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Man, we got up to 40 some odd people out there, and I need to go inside and watch a movie with the kiddos right now. And I'm gonna leave Bobby out here to watch the pits by himself. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. And like I said, follow me on Facebook, Fatty's Barbecue Facebook page, and we'll keep you updated on how these cooks came out. Anybody else? We good?
Everybody stand by.
All right. Bye, guys. Y'all have a good one. Woohoo! And let's end this thing. Peace. All right. Maybe not. You got to figure it out. And